Hey, welcome back to GG Gaming. So we got a really good one here. We're going to evolve this Cleffa, shiny Cleffa, our very first shiny we got. But that's not the important part. This video is going to be all about how we maximize your Pokemon or this Pokemon. We're going to go through it from the ground up, how to build this thing and do everything you may not realize you can do to make your Pokemon stronger in the game. And that is buffing their stats, resetting their stats, TMs, all of it, battle items, held items, and everything else. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it with this Pokemon together. It's gonna be awesome. Let's do it. Okay, let's jump into this, and really this is going to apply for any Pokemon you're building, whether you're doing it for the Infinite ZA Royale or you're doing it for ranked battles. No matter what it is, you're gonna want to know these tips and tricks to setting up your Pokemon. So first and foremost, Pokemon centers. Pokemon centers. Once you've completed the storyline, that is, you can do some shopping, and in that shopping, go to buy. Go scroll down to the bottom, and they sell all the meds. So these are the meds to enhance the EVs on your Pokemon, so above and beyond to take them further. So HP up, protein, iron. Well, I'll go ahead and explain what these is in case you don't know. HP up will boost the HP of your Pokemon, the EVs or extra values. Protein will boost the attack. Iron boosts the defense, and it says it down there in the description on the item if you didn't know that. Calcium will actually boost the special attack. Zinc, which you can't see because my picture's in the way, does special defense, and Carbos does the speed. So we've gone ahead and bought a few of these, quite a few of these already, and they're pretty expensive. So when you're first starting out, it's okay, work your way through it, and then you can come back and buy more. But one thing to know about your Pokemon is as you are leveling up through the game. So let's take a look at this nice shiny Clefairy. We've not really used this thing at all. We caught it as our very first shiny as the baby Cleffa. And then we just evolved it. So did that in the intro if you missed that, but here you go. So I'm gonna go to the summary, and then we're gonna go down to that third option there, which is stats. And you see the stats here. There's a couple different things you can do within the stats section. Once you've beat the game, you get the ability to judge, and you see down there in the far lower right hand corner, if I click the right button, it will give me a judge. So here we have our stats based on kind of where they are at a max level. So this one is really not that good. I'm going to show you how to hyper train these to max these out. So you do not have to catch a perfect Pokemon. You can use things called bottle caps to hyper train your Pokemon, and you can do that in Legends ZA. We're going to go through that as well. In addition to that, you can also go up and down with the right thumbstick, okay? With that, it gives you the inherent stats of the Pokemon as well as what its actual stats are. So up is actual stats, down is the inherent stats. So I see that the inherent stats of Clefairy are more tipped towards, well, the EVs right now are already tipped towards speed and attack. But that really is not what we want for Clefairy. Clefairy is a special attacking Pokemon, unless you are wanting to build a physical attack version. So we need to reset this. So that is what we're going to do next. We are going to reset this Clefairy's stats to basically go back to 0. To reset the stats, you are going to go back to this one right here, the Rust Syndicate office, and you probably didn't realize this was there. So let's go back to the Rust Syndicate office and show you how to reset stats. All right, so once you're here, go ahead and run in the front door as you would expect. And then once you're inside, you get all the nice little Rust Syndicate people. You're going to walk over here to the desk. The desk you probably never went to and probably never talked to this person. Need a fresh start. This is how you reset Pokemon stats in Legends ZA. This is the only thing you learned in this video. Hey, you got something out of it. Hit the like button right now just because you got that. Will cost you 5 Mega Shards. So that's those little crystals that you break all around the map. They're everywhere. You should always have 5. Okay, oddly enough, when I tried to do this earlier, I didn't have 5. I had to go outside and break 1 crystal, got 5. There you go. So let's do it. Which one are we going to give a clean slate to? It is going to be this Clefairy, and it shows me what the stats are there. So select, poof, lose all their base points. Yes, go back to the day it was born. Sweet, awesome, that's what we want. There you go. Now we will go back and we'll check our Clefairy stats so that you can see that they have fully reset. And then we're going to move on to the next stage, which is meds, which we just got from the Pokemon Center. But I will show you which meds you want to give your Pokemon and how you want to build them. All right, so let's take another quick look at Clefairy. Go down to the stats. Now we see when we go to judge, it's 0. The nice little lighter circle there in the middle is it's all the way to tiny. It means there's no innate inherent EVs pre-built into this Pokemon. Now, when you look at this and you go to the judge section, we can see the inherent stats are leaning more towards special attack. So what that means is like the kind of um not the inner darker shade, but the lighter shade that you see going more towards HP, special attack, and special defense. That is your inherent stats for the Pokemon. All right. And if I were to look at a different Pokemon like this Ralts, I see the inherent stats here are much higher towards the special attack. Or Dragonite, the inherent stats are actually further towards physical attack. So that's how you know kind of how you want to build that Pokemon. Dragonite's a pretty good example of one that's close enough. You could go special, you could go physical, etc. But in this case, we run our Dragonite full physical, and then we gave our EVs, which is what you see the nice little dark yellow lines now that have the sparkles, which was we maxed out our attack and we maxed out our speed. Okay, and in addition to that, there's also the nature. So I'm glad I went to Dragonite because we need to actually fix the nature. So right now the nature on this Clefairy has the speed down and the defense up. That defense up was okay, but really we want to focus more on attack unless you're wanting to build kind of a defensive buff kind of Clefairy. Then I could leave this, but we're actually probably will switch it over to where special attack is going up and attack is going down. So how to do that? You go to your satchel, go over to other items again, go below the meds. Below the meds, you got these mints. And these mints come from a plethora of different things. They're from different, I haven't found anywhere in the game to buy these. So if anybody knows if there's a place you can buy mints, let everybody else know down there. Otherwise, they come from quests, the royales and ranked royale and stuff like that. So we see the red mints will enhance attack. All right. The purple enhance defense. The light blue there, special attack. That's what we want. So rash, quiet. We're actually missing the one we really want. The one we want is boosting special attack and drops the attack stat. Basically, we use this, put it onto Clefairy. Yeah, let's use it anyway. We'll drop the speeds. Our speed's already down anyway. So boom. Now we can take a look at our Clefairy. Check summary. There it is. Now we see speed is down, special attack is up. That's how you do that for any of your other Pokemon. On to the next thing. Let's go now. Now that we've zeroed out the points, we want to go ahead and drop our meds onto this thing. So we're going to go to Satchel. I'm going to go over here to the other items. Scroll on down to where our meds are. So HP up, protein, iron, calcium, etc. So we know we want to go special attack for sure. So we're going to go right there, calcium, special attack, and it will take 26 of these from the ground down. All right, so 26 to max it out. So I'm going to use 26 there. Boom. Now Clefairy's special attack has been maxed. Cannot get any more points out of it except for hyper trading, which I'm going to show you next. To hyper train your Pokemon, you're going to go over here to the Justice Dojo. Again, after you've completed the storyline, you'll be able to do this. I honestly don't know if it's available. Maybe just after you beat this guy, possibly, but I'm guessing you have to go through the full storyline. So you get lots of folks here, plus moves are the best, etc. There's lots going on, but the ones you want to talk to that are going to have the most impact to your Pokemon are right here. These two over on the right-hand side. First one, hyper training. This won't be able to max out your stats so that they no longer say decent, best, or decent whatever. They will all move up to the full max, which is hyper trained. If it already says best on the stat, you won't be able to hyper train it because that is maxed already. This one here will allow you to use the Seeds of Mastery, which you will get one of those every single time you catch a Mega Evolution, not a Mega Evolution, a Alpha type Pokemon. You'll be able to get a Seed of Mastery, which will be able to change your moves to plus moves. So let's do that real quick. Let's do it. I don't do this very often, but Clefairy for sure. So you see Disarming Voice is already a plus move. Splash is a plus move. Actually, all 4 of her moves are plus moves. Thank you so much. That is useless. All right, so let's go with this Dragonite right here. Select. Yep. Ice Punch is the only one we can do. Make that a plus move. Yes, thank you. What is a plus move? A plus move allows you to hit the plus mark on your controller to enhance the damage of that move. Or when you are Mega Evolved, that's also a plus move, and it will do more damage there. At the cost of one little segment of the Mega Meteor. So that's it. Now Dragonite's move is plus moved. You'll learn how to plus move your moves if you want to. Not the most crazy thing in the game, but it is useful for extra damage and super useful even in the nice ranked Royale mode. Okay, so here we go. Let's do it. Which Pokemon do you want to hyper train? So we'll go over, we'll pick Clefairy. Now I'm not going to be able to actually hyper train this because we don't have any bottle caps. We use them all. But I do have a couple gold bottle caps. Gold bottle caps will boost all the stats all at the same time. All 6 stats on that wheel will all get maxed out with a single gold bottle cap. I'm gonna save those though for something a little better than Clefairy. Or you use the regular bottle caps. You get those from a plethora of different places. You get some of them throughout the missions in the game when you're beating it, the storyline. You get some from different quests and side missions. I got some in the ranked royale. Uh, Plenty of places that you'll get bottle caps. You don't get very many of them that I've seen so far. That's why I have 0. But you click that, you pick the stats that you want to ultimately level up, and then it'll hyper train those, and I'll show you what that looks like. So once a Pokemon is hyper trained, let me back out of this. Let's go ahead and check this Dragonite. It will then look like this. When you hit judge, it will now say hyper trained, best. Is the best means it was already the best. I didn't have to hyper train it. Hyper trained. That is it. Your stats are complete. You are good to go. Of course, your move pool, you're going to base that based on what your move is. Pay attention. The category, in this case, you see the category for tackle is physical. It's got the little like explosive icon. It means a physical attack. You don't want to use those if you're building up a Pokemon such as I did with this Clefairy that's all special attack. So I want to use stuff like Disarming Voice that has the special attack symbol with like the little circles, the bullseye looking thing. Okay. If that's something new you learned, great, congratulations. There you go. Okay, so for the moves on your Pokemon, the biggest thing to do there when it comes to changing them is to also understand there is a thing called TMs, or Technical Machine Moves. Not a new mechanic, but it is a little bit different in this game. So we'll go ahead and click on the Change Moves icon for any Pokemon at all, and you have 2 menus, and this might be a part that you missed. So we see in this menu here, this is Available Moves. This is the menu that we have all the stuff that inherently can be learned by Clefairy. And next to that, though, is available TMs, and you actually have to push the little ZR and ZL accordingly. So your trigger. So I hit the trigger back and forth, and that will switch between my TMs and my available moves. So TMs, these are available, and not every TM can be taught to a Pokemon, only certain ones, but you go over here and you can take a look at the ones that it can learn. So this further enhances your Pokemon's ability. Calm Mind is a really good one. Light Screen's a really good one. Play Rough is a great, but that's a physical. So if you're building a physical type fairy one, then you'll be able to use that on there. Otherwise, you're going to stick with other ones that are special. Safeguard's good. Psychic's always good, of course. What other things we got? We got a little Dazzling Gleam. Like a Thunder and Blizzard as well. So if you want to go a little crazy hybrid on your Clefairy, but there you go. So that is how you find the TMs. Now, how do you get those TMs? So for some of them are available throughout the map as little gold Pokeballs. These little gold Pokeballs, like a gold marker coming off of it. Grab that, pick it up, yellow, whatever you want to call it. That will be a TM. The other ones are right here in Mabel's research. So as I scroll up through the rewards, this is all the other ones: Fire Blast, Overheat, Blizzard, etc. One of the best ones right there, Nasty Plot, super good. So you need to actually do these rewards for one reason, to get the TMs. Plus, you go all the way to the bottom 8. That's where you get the Shiny Charm as well, if you didn't know that. To finish these, you have to do the requests. So again, left and right, top trigger, or the top bumpers this time, and you actually complete the requests. That will give you points to unlock these and ultimately work your way down to the Shiny Charm, as well as the TMs, which is the important part of what we're discussing here. So hey, there you go. That's how you change moves and apply TMs to your Pokemon so that you can better bolster that setup. Mega Evolution, obviously the held items. We can quickly go through where you get the held or the Mega Evolved items. You'll learn those during the story, so I'm sure you already know this. There's a bunch of them available for purchase in the Quartzical building or whatever at the lady by the desk. She will exchange Mega Crystals for the different Mega Evolution held items, as well as this little building right here called the Stone Emporium. If you didn't realize it, both Charizard items are here, by the way. So if you're looking for those crystals are there. You do have to pay gold or the money in this game for those. The other place to get them is the Ranked Royale. So don't ignore the Ranked Royale. We probably will do a video on how the Ranked Royale works and how to go through that and get your ranks to be able to get those Mega Crystals. They're super easy. It's almost more intimidating than it needs to be when you think of Ranked Royale. It's actually fairly laid back and not hard at all. Hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this helps you build really, really good, strong Pokemon to use in either place. But that's how you take care of the stats. That's how you take care of the different things like that. I guess the one thing it didn't cover that I probably should have covered would be held items. So you may see this Dragonite here has got the expert belt attached to it. All right, the expert belt and held items are really, really good. The problem in this game is most of the held items are taken up in the space by what, the mega crystal, right? In this case, I've got a couple different Dragonites, and this one we have the expert on for our Infinite Royale stuff, so that we get, you know, basically one shot knockouts with the expert belt. But the other part of it is just, what about everything else? What about the other Pokemon? Maybe they don't have a Mega Evolution, or there's a lot of really good Mega, or not Mega, held items for your Pokemon. Those are all in the quests, all right? From what I know, for the vast majority of them, they're available from the quests. So any of these little quests right here with the little exclamation points on the map, those are all side quests. Do all of those, do some of those. Look up on an online database. They'll tell you exactly which ones are which if you're looking for a specific held item. I'll put a little example up here of one I just finished for normal, the silk scarf that enhances normal items, normal attacks, not normal items, enhances normal attacks. I wanted that to be able to use the extreme speed on my other Dragonite. So just little things like that. Really cool stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know what else I missed in this video. Let everybody else know what I missed in this video. I know you will. Put it down there in the comments. But hey, if you're still watching, hit that like button and sub if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.